welcome back to Melody Almay TV, the podcast. It is your girl Melody Almay. I'm so excited to be here. I know you guys see a whole different setup from episode 1. I'm trying to change it around, something different every time, hopefully. But this sign right here, Melody Almay TV, is gonna stay. I'm learning throughout this process that this podcast journey is definitely going to be a long and hard journey. I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to structure this podcast. As you guys can hear by the audio was way better than the first episode, and I'm going to continue to work on the audio. As far as this mic, this is something new that I'm trying, and I gotta learn to speak into the mic. But besides that, I'm so excited to continue this podcast journey with you guys. If you are new to this podcast, hi guys, my name is Melody Almay, and I have so many stories, so much inspiration, just so much that I want to share. I started this podcast because I just wanted to open up with you more on an interpersonal level. I know you guys been watching my YouTube channel for over 3 years now, and it's a whole different vibe over there, and I wanted to just give you a more sit down, relaxed, comfortable, normal flowing conversation between us. Currently, I am filming here in my home studio in Los Angeles. As you guys can tell by the title of this podcast, I will show you guys my journey with moving to Los Angeles, my self-discovery journey, as well as my journey with having a better relationship with God and learning how to pray. So this is what this podcast episode is about. So if you really like this podcast, make sure you leave me a comment below and let me know what topics you want to talk about. And also, who do y'all want me to bring on this podcast as my first guest? I have so many people lined up. So before you guys even comment below, I'm just going to let y'all know who's going to be on my podcast. I'm going to have Maya and Brendan on my podcast. This surprised me, okay? All 4 of my craft sisters agreed to be on my podcast and just have a sit down conversation with y'all. So shout out to them. I honestly wasn't surprised about Alex or Jay because those are women entrepreneurs, and of course I'm going to get into their own individual stories on how they became women entrepreneurs. But as y'all know, Taylor and Jordan are full-time nurses, so I had it already in my head that they were going to say no, but they were actually really excited about doing this. So shout out to them, and keep an eye out on future podcasts so you guys know whenever I make those posts. And besides those 5 different people that I have set up already, make sure you guys comment below and let me know what y'all want to see on this podcast, because not only from my friends and my close people that I have to, but also people that inspire you guys. So make sure you comment down below and let me know, and also hit my Instagram. You guys can follow me on Instagram 2_ Melody Almay, or you guys can hit me up on my business Instagram at Melody Almay TV, and let me know who you guys want to see on my podcast other than those people that I've already mentioned. I'm just so excited about this journey. The way that my mind works, I cannot rest unless I do whatever I have is in my mind. My mind cannot rest. So I just had to start this podcast, and I've been thinking about starting this podcast, so I just had to just start it. Just sit down, press record, and just start this journey with you, because it's only going to grow and get better. So might as well just start it. I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and get into this pod. I'm gonna just be chilling and having a flowing conversation with you. So I always get this question all the time about how to grow your self-confidence. To be completely honest with you, I've always had a very high self-esteem. Always. I've never felt not confident in myself ever. And I really feel like that's a really huge blessing, to really be confident in yourself. And y'all, it's crazy because I ain't always been the cutest. Everybody knows that there's always growing pains. And honestly, I didn't really start getting into my looks and my beauty and makeup and everything until college. I didn't realize that boys liked me. I was a girl who grew up with braces, a whole bunch of acne. Baby, I had dreadlocks. I was literally the girl who was a dreadlock, bucktooth bandit, okay? So no boys really liked me until I probably got to high school, and that's when boys really started coming up to me. And when they did, it was just something very new to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually pretty. And once I started getting attention from boys in high school, that's when I really started that self-love and self-discovery journey, because I really wasn't aware of any of that before then until I started getting attention from boys. I don't know why it's always boys that do this to us, but y'all watch Baby Boy when that scene when the mama was like, you know, a man can make you feel so high that you just want to just float in the sky, but a man can make you feel so low that you don't even know a way how to get back up. I really felt that line because I feel that men can make you feel beautiful and men can make you feel ugly. And men can make you feel like the scum of the earth, okay? Like I said, in high school, that's when boys really started to notice me and I really started to build that confidence. But it wasn't until I got into my relationships and start falling in love and getting my heart broken that really broke down my self-confidence and really broke down my self-esteem. Especially when it comes to comparing myself to other women. Y'all already know everybody been cheated on before. And in my case, I know for a fact that I was cheated on. But to this day, they never admitted it. Like to this day. And I swear I know that I was being cheated on. They swear to this day that they never done it. But it really messed with my self-confidence because I found myself really comparing myself to these other women and looking to see what they have that I don't have and what I have that they don't have. And it's just really an unhealthy cycle that really weighs down on your confidence and everything. And I feel like that was the main reason why I had to really build myself back up again from all the broken relationships and all the doubt that these men placed in my head. But that's when we get into self-discovery, okay? I really started my self-discovery journey when I was a freshman in college. I will really never forget this because I was so lost in life when I went to college. As you guys know from the first episode, I was really sheltered majority of my life. So when it came time for me to graduate from high school and go to college, I wasn't even thinking about more so college. I was just thinking about moving far away. And at the time, I really wasn't on it as far as looking for colleges and stuff. So all I knew is that I wanted to move far away. So I went to Illinois State University my freshman year. I was a red bird, y'all. This is my first time ever that I took a break from dancing. As y'all know, I've been dancing my whole entire life. So I was not on a dance team. I was not in any dance program. I wasn't even dancing in the studio practicing technique. So that really weighed a lot on me. But also I was trying to discover myself as an adult because I was just transitioning from high school to college. So I really didn't know who I was as a person. All I wanted to do was get away and just discover myself, what I wanted in life. I really spent my whole entire freshman year at ISU just learning who I am. And I really learned so much. Number one, the first thing I learned was makeup. My freshman year, I got into makeup. The person that really inspired me to do my makeup was Summerella. If you guys watched her old vines and her old videos, if y'all know who Summerella is, comment down below. But I remember watching her videos and she always had that face beat to the gods. And I feel like I could relate to her because she's goofy and funny, but she had that face beat to the gods. And I'm like, how do I do that? So I went on YouTube like I always do everything, and I learned off YouTube how to do my makeup. And ever since then, baby, I was beating my face every single day, taking pictures. And if y'all don't know, my freshman year, I had a nose ring. I was so lost. I did not know what I wanted. I just wanted something, rather a tattoo or a piercing. So I chose a piercing. I did not want to get my belly button pierced because I have like an outie/innie. Let me show you guys my outie/innie. So this is my outie/innie. And I didn't think that would look too cute with the belly button ring. So it was rather I was gonna get my ears triple freaking pierced or I was gonna get a nose ring. So I chose a nose ring, y'all. And I got the little cute hoop, and I had that in my freshman year. So I was trying to figure out what makeup routine can I use to make sure I don't get no keloid with doing makeup every day around my nose ring. I eventually did get a keloid, but as soon as it popped up, baby, I took that nose ring right on out, and I had to clean it every day until it went down because I was not gonna have that on my nose. I was really loving makeup. I really love to feel like a princess dressing up every day. And to be honest, I really love the attention that makeup gave me. Like, for instance, I could walk around with no makeup and nobody turns their head. But as soon as I beat that face, it seems like the whole room is just watching me. So I like the attention that makeup gave me and the confidence that it also gave me as well. Another thing that I learned in my self-discovery journey my freshman year of college was the things that I did not like, which was partying. I did not like partying. I tried to be a party girl my freshman year of college. I went to all of the fraternity parties, all the white people parties, all the black people parties. I was partied out, y'all. I was drinking and I was having fun. I mean, I did have fun. I'm not even gonna lie. I had fun, and I had my roommate, which is this Asian cool girl. Shout out to Adrian. Adrian, if you're watching, shout out to you, girl, because me and Adrian used to hang out all the time going to parties. And after my freshman year, I realized I don't like partying. I don't like drinking. I like the way, I guess, alcohol made me feel for like 2 seconds. And then once I get sick, I'm over it. I just realized that partying is not for me. I like to be inside. And then my freshman year, I got into another relationship, and that's when I realized that I love to be in relationships. I realized that I really don't take time to just be by myself. And I just love love. I love to be loved. I love when one man shows me attention and he's committed. I really love that. And I realized that my freshman year that I don't like to be outside the house. I like to be cuddled up with my man in the crib. So that's another thing that I learned about myself. And even though I really got into beauty and makeup growing up, I'm never the conceited type where I'm really into myself. I love myself. It's a difference between having self-love and then just being plain on vain. One thing that my mom did teach me when I was growing up, and honestly she told me this at the perfect time because I was right at the time where boys really started being on my shit, you know? And my mom was like, you're a beautiful girl and you're always gonna have compliments and men try to come up to you and try to talk to you, but understand that your beauty is not gonna last forever. It's only gonna last for a certain amount of time. But then after that, what else are you gonna have left? What you have to do as a person is not really focus on your beauty and the way people look at you, but you have to focus on how you make people feel. How do you treat people? It's not about how you look and how you slay. It's about how do you treat people, because people are gonna forget how beautiful you were. But you know what? One thing that people don't forget is the way you make them feel and the way you impact their life. So I really kept that in mind, and I felt like my purpose on this earth is to inspire others through my journey. So fast forward throughout my freshman year of college all the way to my senior year when I was about to graduate, I realized my purpose in life, which was to inspire others through my journey. And if y'all don't know, I've literally had so many jobs throughout high school all the way until I graduated from college. Literally, I had probably more than 15 jobs between that time. And I feel like I worked all that time and had all that experience to realize that I never want to do that again. Like I said, I realized my purpose was to inspire people, and that's when I realized my purpose is to create content, whether it's creating podcasts, whether it's creating music, whether it's creating YouTube videos, whether it's making art, dancing, whatever. I realized that I can inspire people every day by just using my gifts and really just staying consistent, because that's the number one thing is God can give you these gifts, but are you going to use them? Because if you don't use them, you will lose them. So I always keep that in mind. Whenever I'm feeling lazy or whenever I don't feel like filming, I'm always remembering that there's somebody out there that really needs to hear this story, that really needs to hear you. People can just feel your energy through the screen. That alone can just motivate somebody to just get up out of their bed. Just the simple things. Y'all don't realize the little small stuff really makes a huge difference. Like when you think that you don't inspire people, you never know who you might inspire. If you guys are watching out there and you guys have a story to tell or you want to start a journey, just do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it, because you have no idea who you might be inspiring, whose lives you might change. I've shared this on my YouTube channel before, I believe, but I remember when I first moved to Los Angeles, and I think I had probably not even 10,000 subscribers yet, and I was on the freeway eating a cheeseburger at the time. This is when I was really addicted to Shake Shack. Eating a cheeseburger on the expressway, mind you, and I'm just driving, and on the expressway somebody's honking their horn right next to me, and we're in traffic. We're in LA traffic, so if you know, you know. I'm eating my cheeseburger, the lady's honking at me, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm rolling my window down. I literally about to go off on this lady. But she told me, oh my gosh, are you Melody Almay? And I'm like, yeah. And she was just like, you're the reason why I'm out here. I literally watch your vlog. You inspired me to move to LA. Thank you so much. Literally, that made my whole entire day. That just shows you have no idea how many people are watching, one, and then number two, you have no idea who you might inspire to just change their life, to just drop everything and just change everything. That example alone shows you to just go ahead and do it. 10 times out of 10, the only thing that's stopping you from doing what you have to do is you. It's really you that has to really make that choice to just start. If y'all know, I'm a 26-year-old woman living in Los Angeles. This podcast is not directing just specifically towards women. This is for anybody of any type of gender or age, ethnicity. Understand that self-discovery is a never-ending journey. Even as a 26-year-old woman, I'm still discovering myself every single day by just living. I really want to put it out there, those who are listening, and I'm speaking specifically those who are in relationships and you're on your self-discovery journey. Please choose you. And when I say that, I'm not saying leave whoever you're with. I'm saying that don't try to become somebody that your significant other wants you to be. Try to build yourself and be the person that you want to be in your mind. If somebody is trying to change you to try to be somebody else, that person is just not for you. And I want you to take the time and do this exercise. I've done this the other day where I just looked at myself in the mirror. Did not say anything, just looked at myself in the mirror for like 5 minutes. Just looked in my eyes. It's literally the most intense, scariest thing, because it's like, do you really know who's staring back at you? Do you love what you see? Do you know who you see? I want you guys to try that at home and really just take the time and just look at yourself in the mirror and really just pick out the things you love about yourself. I know, especially as women, we always think about all the things that we could change and that we hate, but really pick out at least one specific thing that you're gonna say that you love about yourself and just say it. And it really does help you with your self-confidence and your self-discovery journey. The ways that I take care of myself and have self-care is every day. Y'all know I'm a bath girl. I like to take time and run my bath. My boyfriend knows once I run that bath, don't call me, don't be blowing up my phone. It's me time once that bathtub starts running. I go ahead and put those bubbles in my bath, make sure it's at the right temperature. I be in there literally for an hour every single day that I have to literally keep a gallon of water right by the bathtub, because if I don't, I'm gonna pass out. I like my water hot and steamy, and I like to stay hydrated, so I keep that water right there. And I have my iPad set up right here, and I'm just chilling. I do my skincare, my hair care, I do my hair masks, and I just really take the time and just have me time. I feel like that's really important in my everyday routine, just to have that self-care and that me time, because I feel like in that time I'm able to relax and recoup and get my mind back on track. Like whenever I'm stressed, I'm just gonna take a bath and just leave me alone. Comment down below and let me know which ways do you guys have me time of self-care, whether you guys are working out, whether you spend time with your pets, your dog, your cat. Any way you guys do some self-care me time, make sure you let me know down in the comments below what you guys do for me time. But I want to go ahead and move on to the next topic, which I really wanted to talk about. I feel like this is a more personal thing. Like I said, I want to be more personable with you guys and share my true feelings about what I've been going through in my life. So just recently, unfortunately, my best friend's father just passed away unexpectedly out of nowhere. And on this day, my best friend called me and it was like her dad is gone, and I really did not know what to say. All I could do was just sit on the phone and listen to her cry. I literally could not say anything but everything is gonna be all right. Looking back now, I feel like that was the worst thing ever to say to anybody after losing somebody so close to them, is just saying everything is all right. I just took the time to just hear what she had to say and then hang up the phone, and as soon as she hung up the phone, I was bawling. Mind you, he was always around because we've been best friends for over 15 years. So he's always been there. Like I've always seen him, but we were never really close. But the way that I was crying and the way that I felt that, I was like, wow, like I couldn't even imagine. So it's just like it opened my mind and my heart to grief. And that's just one thing that I feel like people don't really talk about. Like, what do you do? What do you say to people when they lost somebody? Or how do you prepare yourself to grieve, because you know that your loved ones aren't going to be here forever, and you know life is only temporary. It really sucks that you have to be really that real and transparent with yourself. And I feel like there's no way of preparing your mind or your heart for something like that. So one thing that I do want to talk here on this pod about is prayer. How do you pray to God for strength for somebody who's just been through something like that? Like I said, there's nothing that I can say. Literally everything that I can say is probably wrong, so I can just listen. And I know that I'm not the best with words, like when it comes to that type of situation. So let me know if you guys have friends or family who's lost a very close loved one. Let me know, what should I do? What should I say? How should I pray about it? I really find it really difficult to even ask God how to help her. I feel like I need to do more. That's my best friend, and I know that there's nothing I can do to take the pain away from her at this time. I cannot imagine losing a parent. So those who are watching and listening, make sure you guys send prayers throughout her healing journey. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this enough. Like all I wanted to do was just hop on the plane and just be there for her, but I know I couldn't, and it really eats me up inside, honestly. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna transition to something a little bit more lighthearted. What are my plans for the holidays? So currently, as you guys know, I am in my home studio in Los Angeles. I will be here for the rest of the week until Saturday, actually, because Saturday I'm going to be traveling to Chicago for the holidays. Honestly, not looking forward to, because it is 75 degrees outside, and in Chicago it is about 50 or 40, 30 degrees. And it's snowing, so I'm definitely not looking forward to this weather. And usually I stay out there in Chicago from Christmas all the way until New Year's, but this year I'm planning on coming back before Christmas, so I'm only gonna be staying out there for a week. So I plan on filming that when I get out there, and my whole entire Thanksgiving with my family and Miss 3Bay. And I know you guys always ask about Miss 3Bay. Me and Miss 3Bay are doing amazing, you guys, and I will have a pod episode where I talk about everything anything related to my relationship, but I will just give you guys an update on what's happening. So our anniversary is actually coming up next week, y'all, on the 25th. Fun fact, you guys, our anniversary actually falls on Thanksgiving because funny story. So my man been asking me to be his girlfriend for like the longest, but I kept on telling myself that I wasn't ready because I just got out of a relationship. Not just got out of a relationship, but I feel like I was still healing from my last relationship. So I felt like I still needed to heal. But then as time went on and I just started falling more and more in love with this man, and this man was just consistent with his love and showing how much he wanted to build in this life with me, I realized, what am I waiting on? What honestly is the problem? It was like a random conversation on Thanksgiving. We was in the car. I remember I randomly asked him, I was like, well, you did never ask me to be your girlfriend. He was like, I did ask you, keep saying no, which I already knew. But I was just like, well, ask me. And he said, will you be my girlfriend? And I was like, yeah, just casually. And I remember he was just looking at me like smiling. And then we were like, oh my gosh, we're official. Yeah, you guys, that was a year ago. And I've been knowing him for 2 years. So we dated literally a whole year before he asked me to be his girlfriend. So we've been knowing each other for 2 years, but we've been officially together for 1. So shouts out to Mystery Babe. I really don't even know what I want to do for our anniversary. Comment below and let me know what we should do for our anniversary because we really don't have anything planned. We do know that we don't want to travel anywhere. If we do travel, the next place that we're going to go is out the country. And it's probably going to be Bali. Let us know what little cute fun date should we do for our anniversary just to show love. If you guys don't know and don't follow my YouTube channel, make sure you guys do subscribe. But we actually just got a place together. We just moved in together just recently. And I was looking for cute home decor to hang on the walls in our living room. And I went thrifting in LA and I found this really cute collage frame. And it had like 7 or 8 empty frames. So I went to CVS and I printed out all of the cutest pictures that we've taken and I made a collage. And I think it is the cutest thing. I literally stare at it every day and I'm just like so in awe of my man, y'all. But you know what? I should have done that for our anniversary. I really should have. And it's not too late, but I guess it is too late. Just let me know what I should do for our anniversary, what I should get Mystery Babe. Make sure you guys help me by commenting down below. This is really the first relationship where I moved in with my man. And it's getting serious, y'all. Like, it's getting so serious. Like I said, I'll be talking about this specifically in another pod, but I'm really happy. This is like the first time ever in my life that I'm in a happy, healthy relationship. I'm gonna repeat that again. This is the first time ever in my life that I've been in a happy, healthy relationship. Like, shout out to you, Mystery Babe. I understand in our self-discovery journey, we're learning how to also love others. And I feel like throughout all the relationships that I've been in, this is the only man that I really see myself doing this life thing with, spending the rest of my life with. And that's really crazy to say because this isn't the first time I've been in love, but this love hits so much different. When you're loved right, it just hits so much different. And also, I never in my life had a man tell me that he wants to marry me, ever. We never had serious conversations about our wedding, about who gonna be invited, all the details about marriage until I met this man. So I'm just so excited for what is to come in my life. I feel like those who are in a relationship, in my specific case, my man helped me in my self-discovery journey. I say that because he helped me heal. It's crazy how God works because I really met him in a really, 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 really dark place in my life. Like literally the lowest place that I've ever been in my life. I've never been through depression until I moved to LA and I had my first heartbreak by my ex-boyfriend. I was like depressed. I was on the hate men train. I was the pilot. I just was just so hurt and I was praying to God to just heal my heart, help me heal and just discover myself. And I know now looking back that God really heard my prayers because he sent him at the right time, at the perfect time, at a time that I never expected him to even come. And I can go on and on and on about this man, but I'm gonna stop it right there and just save it for the next podcast episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning into episode 2. I hope this podcast helped you in your prayer and self-discovery journey. If you guys are listening in or watching, thank you guys so much for tuning into this podcast. It is your girl Melody Almay, and I will see you on the next episode of Melody Almay TV, the podcast.